Planty people, welcome back to my channel, Steady as She Grows. I'm Lorinda. Well, today we are in June and I'm gonna do a garden tour. There's some stuff that's come in. I want to show you what's going on. Things are popping and blooming and it's beautiful. Still waiting for the rest of my tomatoes to come in. So come with me as we go on a little garden walk, or as I like to call it, garden safari. And we might be able to pick a few things along the way too. So I'm super excited. Here we go. First, I'm gonna start with these sad little sun gold cherry tomatoes. This is actually a tomato plant from last year that overwintered, and it gives the most sweetest cherry tomatoes. They are so delicious. I'm actually gonna pick one right here. Give it a little rub on my shirt here. Make sure there's no bugs. They're delicious. So sweet. If you haven't tried a sun gold tomato, try them. They're delicious, but I think this plant is winding down. I did start another little seedling right there of sun gold, but it hasn't really grown, so I don't know if it's gonna flourish. So I'm gonna enjoy these little sweet cherry tomatoes while I can. This was a cannabis plant that turned out to be male, so I had to rip it out because male cannabis plants are no good. You want the females. Anyways, got some cucumber here in this pot. I have a couple cloves of garlic, or a couple of garlic plants actually, and a cucumber plant and a carrot. One carrot that keeps getting eaten by something, I don't know. It has leaves and then it doesn't have leaves. It has leaves and then it doesn't. This plant is suffering from a little bit of powdery mildew, so I need to spray it again, but look! Ah! You can see the little baby cucumbers starting. The female plants have the little fruit behind it and the male plants don't. I've already hand pollinated a few, so hopefully I should get some cucumbers soon. Can't wait. So I have to buy them. I hate buying the produce in the grocery stores that I know I can grow myself. Here's another. This one is a bush pickling cucumber. I think that one over there was a Space Master cucumber, and this one is, I think, what does the tag say? Pickle bush cucumber. Once again, I need to spray it. It's kind of in a bad spot right here, and this pot's probably a little small for it, but that one just did not do good, so I don't think this is a good spot for cucumbers. That's how we learn. Okay, got some rosemary that's doing great. It smells so good. Some thyme over there and some mint. This was a cilantro plant that bolted, and as you can see, all those little balls right there, those are seeds, coriander seed. So I'm gonna harvest all of these seeds, and then I have seeds for next year and plant them. Or I can grind them up and use them as a spice if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna save the seeds to plant them. Look at how pretty. Look at this beautiful rose. It's a tea rose, a little tiny one. But look at the variegation on these blooms. I can't stand it. It's so beautiful. It's like a candy cane. Just want to eat it. Love it. My friend gave me this one right after my sister passed, so it holds a special place in my heart. And I fertilize it, and oh my God, look at that giant web. I'm gonna have to clean that up. But it just started blooming again, so I'm really excited, and it's really getting bigger. So I have it in this little watering can decor, but I think I might have to put it in a permanent spot in the garden. Not sure. It is getting kind of big, but it seems to like it right here. So sometimes if you find a plant that you just know is doing really well where it's at, sometimes it's best to just leave it alone. I don't know. I'm on the fence. Some of my other little plants are doing okay. It was a hot one today in SoCal. It was over 90 degrees, and some of my petunias are really struggling here. I had to come out midday and water. Those nasturtiums are done. Too hot for them. But my string of hearts, look at how pretty. Still doing great. It's gonna go in my house eventually, but I have to put a hook in the ceiling first. All right, what else we got going? It's my little garden area where I keep all my gardening junk. That's always a mess. And my gardening cart. At least it's all in one place and just not scattered all over the garden. But I need to organize. Okay, we got some German Johnson tomato. Now these were looking really yellow yesterday and I was getting a little worried. So I used some fish emulsion fertilizer and it's coming back. It looks really green today, so I think it worked. These are the mums that I got for Mother's Day. They're starting to get a little pink on the tips, kind of weird. I don't know, but they're winding down as well. This is another Mr. Stripey that I cut off from the other plant and just potted it up. So hopefully that does good. But this one's getting pretty big. This is an Oregon Spring tomato. No blooms yet, but I just noted it's looking a little wilty. I don't know. I've been watering it. Maybe it's not getting enough sun. I'm not sure. It's kind of in a weird little spot here right next to my hose. So it kind of gets blocked from the afternoon sun. However, you know, it seems healthy. The leaves are pretty green. They are kind of curling a little bit, so I don't know. Only time will tell. Some of my other plants. These are stevia plants. You know, the artificial sweetener, stevia? Well, actually, it's the natural sweetener. Since I'm a diabetic, I thought I would try to grow some of that and dry it and add it to tea. Some portulaca, no blooms. These you really need a deadhead to produce more blooms. Oh, I see a bloom starting right there. But there's some more little buds coming about. You just have to make sure you keep deadheading them. Oh, a little zinnia open. This was a volunteer zinnia I just let go. It's my little sitting area right here. I just love to sit out here in this little spot and just stare at the garden. It's my favorite spot, but my teenage son has been sitting here and he enjoys it just as much as I do, but he leaves his junk all over the place, like his drumsticks. He's a drummer, so. But pretty petunias, some holes, something's eating them. Now look at these succulents. I don't know what the name of the succulent is, but they have just exploded. And it looks like a crown. I love it. Along with some string of pearls for like hair that I put there. It looks really good. It looks really healthy. I'm really happy with that. And this sad clematis had big, beautiful blooms on it, and it's just done, I think. But it doesn't really get a whole lot of sun here, so I thought maybe it was getting too much sun, but it's pretty shaded here all day. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it gets too much shade. I have no idea. My first time growing it. I almost thought it was dead. So I'm glad it did come back. So I need to Google that, figure out what's wrong. Some other flowers. But look at these fuchsias. Aren't these so pretty? I love them so much. They look like little dresses, little ballerinas. So pretty. And this is some lantana. This is called, I think, banana split, because it's pink and yellow. Really pretty. I have it here in my little chimney that I think we've used once. I should just pot a plant inside there since we never really use it. Some begonias. This is my planter with I put some cantaloupe in here. So look, we got some cantaloupe. Let's see if we have any. I don't see any female flowers yet, so hopefully soon. This was a Kajari melon, but it hasn't really grown. It started to grow again, and then it stopped again. So I don't know if it's something with the soil here, but look at that leaf, doesn't look too healthy either. So not sure what's going on. Some more of my flowers that I have yet to pot up, but these ones still look really good. They're so pretty. And that bacopa, I just deadheaded it and watered it really well, so hopefully it puts on blooms again. All right, I'm gonna grab a basket and some scissors, just in case we have to pick a few things, like these big, beautiful strawberries. Aren't those gorgeous? Oh, I love them so much, and they're so delicious. All right, look at this cluster right here. That is so awesome. Let's see. Alrighty, any more right here? Beautiful. I don't see any more, so we're good there. Okay, look, you guys, look at this radish. This is kind of crazy. Look at how huge this thing is compared to my hand. It's like a potato. But like I said, I want it to go to seed. And look, it has flowers and it's gonna go to seed. So then I get to sprinkle all those seeds back and start more radishes because I love French breakfast radishes. Beautiful roses. This is a volunteer nasturtium that I just let go, but I might have to rip it out soon because it's getting a little wild. More strawberries over here. Okay, we're on the hunt for strawberries. Ugh, something was eating this one. Gross. Ugh. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, I see strawberry over there. Pretty. But look at how big some of these are getting. Awesome. One right here. Oh my goodness. Look at that big baby. Beautiful. That is like the perfect strawberry. It's a good size too. I'm gonna pick this one anyways because strawberries, they also do ripen off of the plant here. That one's starting to turn a little bit. Oh, sometimes I hate sticking my hand in here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ah! Hi, Mom.
You go to Aldi's?
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing. Look, picking strawberries.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, guys. Got distracted by my mother. But look! Look at all those beautiful strawberries. And some of these are such a good size. Look at that. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Can't wait to eat these. Okay. I'm gonna hang that there. That's what I used to go through. Grab my scissors. And on we go. My tomatillo plant. Nothing on it yet, I don't think. It's been going for a while, but hopefully I get some soon so I can make some salsa. But look, I didn't even realize there was a volunteer zinnia. Look at how pretty. Don't you just love zinnias? I didn't even notice it was here until I saw the bloom. I'm like, what the heck? I had a bunch of zinnias right here in this, no, they were over here next to this onion. And see all the zinnia plants down there? Obviously it dropped a lot of seed and the seeds just went everywhere. But this is sage that is currently blooming. Some basil, a shishito pepper. This is a ground cherry. Let's see if we have any. Oh, see the little lantern thingies? Those are the ground cherries, and they're ripe when they dry up and they fall off. That's how you know they're ripe. And it's like a cross between a tomatillo and a cherry tomato slash something else. I don't know. They're sweet. They're delicious. And my beans. These are my dragon tongue bush beans, which I think it's time I can harvest some. Yep. Look at this big guy. Look at how pretty they are. Aren't those gorgeous? Okay. That one's ready to come with me. And that one's ready to come with me. That one's a little small, but I can still take it. Love these things. They're so good. Focus. Let's see. Ooh, down here. These ones are getting long. What else? Are there any more? more. The ones closer in the plant don't get as many stripes because I think it needs more sun. So let's see here. Let's see. Do I see any more? And I just like to grill these up, like with stir fry. Or you could add them to soups. You can add them to anything. I saute them with like butter and garlic. I see one way over here. Ah! These can go a little longer. I might have to move this plant in the sun, but it looks so big and lush. I kind of don't want to move it, but I do think it needs more sun. We'll see. I love sitting here under my pomegranate tree. You can see all the pomegranates. It's my favorite spot to sit. I'm in the shade. I could see the whole garden from here. I love it. Nasturtium. All right, some garlic. Now this garlic needs to come out. I need to pull my garlic soon. It looks like it's seen better days. I almost think that I've waited too long to pull it. I'm scared. Let's see what happens. This one does not, ew. It feels really juicy. Ugh, I think that one's rotted. I do not know. I don't even want to attempt to pull that one out. That was just gross. Something juicy squirted on my hand. Let me try to pull this one. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh, not big at all. Didn't really bulb up. I could still eat that though. But, yep. I don't think they're ready. And that one I think rotted. So I'll have to post a video of me pulling up some of these garlic plants another day. Any more peppers on this plant? Ew. There's like a fungus on this plant. I seen it. It gets like furry stuff under the leaves like that. It's just a fungus, like mildew. I don't see no more. Oh, I do have a pepper over here. Look at that. I better pull it before it gets all yucky like the other one. It's a good little pepper. Awesome. Any more on there? I don't see any more on there. Okay. It's another cucumber plant. This is a Japanese cucumber. So this have really long cucumbers. Lots of flowers on this plant. Give me those cucumbers already. Bitter melon. No flowers yet. Some strawberries that are pretty much for the roly-polies. I don't even pick those ones because by the time I get to them, they're already eaten. This is a milkweed plant for the monarchs. I did have a little monarch caterpillar on here, but I don't know where it went. Hopefully it didn't get eaten. But I planted that just for the monarchs. These are some African daisies that are kind of get beaten by the sun. And these nasturtiums need to come out. They have flea beetles and the sun does not like nasturtiums, or I should say the nasturtiums do not like the sun. So those have to come out soon. Look at these geraniums though. Look at how pretty these geraniums are. Look at the colors on them. They're so pretty. I found these at a swap meet. Just one little cutting was in a pot, and I thought the flowers were so pretty that I potted it up maybe last summer maybe. So it's almost a year that these have been here, and they just love this spot and they are so pretty. I love the variegation on the petals, how it goes from the dark and transitions to the light right in the center. So pretty. And geraniums are so easy to propagate. You just cut off a piece and stick it in some soil and you got a new plant. There you go. Free plants. Oh, look at my petunias. The sun. Whenever you see the little blooms like this spent, you need to pull them off. It'll stimulate new growth. But it looks really yellow. I think I need to fertilize it. My zucchini plant. It's already given me 2 or 3 zucchinis. Delicious. Look at my hollyhocks, guys. Look at how beautiful they are. Gorgeous. Don't you just love them? I bought these at Sam's Club for like 15 bucks for maybe like 10 roots, spare roots. And I thought they weren't going to make it because they got a lot of that rust disease, but they're just blooming and they're beautiful. So happy. And these are perennial, so they will come back year after year. Okay, this is a tomato plant. This is that big beefsteak tomato plant. And it looks really healthy. I got a big old sucker coming off to the side right here. I'm not sure what to do with. If I should cut it off or maybe stake it somehow, because the fruit's gonna get really heavy and break that branch. You kind of gotta plan for these things now. So pretty. I love a tomato plant. So that one's doing really good. And my apple tree, look at my apples. Look at it, it's getting so big. So excited. It's putting off shoots. I started bending them back so it'll keep with the style of the espalier tree. So excited to have apples. My 5 apples. Hello. My peppers. Most of these peppers here I started from seed. And they're doing good. I fertilized them yesterday because they were looking a little yellow. But look, I got little peppers starting right there. More peppers. Really excited. I love me some peppers. I got more peppers over there. Let's see here if I can zoom in from over here. Look, I got a big purple bell pepper right there. Really stoked. That's my favorite thing growing in the summer are peppers. Some sunflowers. Oh, look at you guys, look at the sunflowers. Look at how tall they've gotten. No heads yet, but they are ginormous. These are the lemon queen, and they're supposed to have multiple heads. I don't know if you can see. There's like in between the little leaves, there's little heads forming. That's where the other heads will be. So excited about that. And I got some more here and some here that are in this pot with some onions. Got some lantana that's doing great. Oh, look at this. Look at my echeveria succulent has put on a flower stalk. Aren't they so pretty? I just love them. And this is a twister echinacea. I planted this almost 2 years ago. It almost died a bunch of times. And this year, finally, it's putting on blooms. I'm so excited. They're supposed to be like pink and yellow variegated leaves. So I'm really excited for those. And you can turn this into tea as well. Very medicinal. My lilac bush tree butterfly bush thingy here is winding down. It does great in the spring. The monarchs love it, but it gets beaten by the sun and then starts drying up. So I'll probably give it another little prune that'll kind of wake it up a little bit, and then it should be done. I would say around end of July it'll be done, but they smell so good. Okay, this is a eggplant plant. I don't know. Oh, look at that. How do I know when they're ready? I have no clue. I would say that's maybe, it's a Chinese eggplant, so they're like skinny eggplants. What else? Is there any more under here? I don't know. And look at the sad garlic. Really needs to come out. Let's see here. Got another cucumber plant right there that is just starting to vine out. But I saw some more purple over here. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, I did. Look at that. Let's see here. Look at all those eggplants. My goodness. All right. Well, I guess it's 1, 2. Put those in my basket. 3. I did not grow up eating eggplant. I grew up in Pico Rivera. We primarily grew up on beans and rice. So I'm not exactly sure what to do with that. So if you eat eggplant, hit me up. Send me a recipe. I will try it because I have no idea what to do with eggplant. Oh my goodness, there's more. Well, this plant is very prolific. I don't know what's the right size to pick these. I have no clue, nothing about eggplant. I don't even know what made me buy the plant. I thought, hey, what the heck, I'll try it. I don't know, that one doesn't look too good. It has a little bug hole. Is there any more in here? I see some starting. I think we're good. But there are a bunch more flowers. Okay. Now today, I just saw, well, I actually hand pollinated my first acorn squash. Yay! I hand pollinated that yesterday. So excited. I love acorn squash. It is so delicious. What have we got here? Oh, look! My first raspberries! I am so excited. I am going to, oh, that came off really easy. Oh my God. That was so delicious. Those taste better than they do in the stores. Oh my goodness. That was amazing. Did not expect that. Another cucumber. This is a pickling cucumber. Little baby cucumber right there. So cute. Focus. There we go. Can't wait for you. Hurry up. I am an impatient gardener. My lemon tree I pruned up a little bit. It's looking good. Picked off all the lemons that were kind of yucky that I kind of got lazy on picking. This plant right here. This is stinging nettle. Be warned, it does sting and it does hurt. I've already brushed up against this a couple times and wowie, that was not pleasant. And seriously, just a slight brush and my arm was rashed up. And you're probably wondering why I'm planting it then. This little plant right here is one of the most nutritious plants on the planet. It is loaded with so many vitamins and antioxidants, and it is so good for you. So I am going to suit up and harvest most of the leaves on this and then dry them and turn it into a tea. Once it's dried, it no longer stings. And I heard once you cook it as well, it no longer stings. And I heard it's supposed to be really delicious. I think I'm a little too scared to try to eat it, even though everyone says it's fine. But I think I'd rather just drink it and make it into a tea. So I will be harvesting this very soon. I don't know if you can see the little spikes on it. Let's see if I can zoom in close enough. There's ants on it, but you can kind of see, I mean, they're tiny little spikes. Very tiny. But oh man, like I said, not pleasant. That is a crookneck squash. And that's that sad little honeybow delicata squash that isn't really thriving. These are my cannabis plants. Now I think these ones are female. I am so excited. But what are the odds both of them would be in the same pot? They really should each be in their own pot, but I'm so afraid to move them because I don't want to disturb the roots and shock it. So I think I'm just going to leave them as is and see what happens. But really excited. There's all kinds of medicinal things you can do with cannabis. You know, it has such a stigma, you know, just from society, but here it's legal in California. You can have up to, I believe, 6 plants, and I have 2 here. And this is my first time growing it, so I'm really, really excited. Okay, that is a spaghetti squash. That seems to be doing okay. Sleeping gnome. Oh, forgot my basket. Look at all the goodies we picked so far, guys. Excited. Okay, this is a longevity spinach that I love. I pruned it up because it was going to seed. And see, it flowers just like a dandelion with those little, what do you call them? Like these little cottony type of seeds, you know? And look at all of them here. So I'm gonna have like an explosion come next spring, but I'll just mulch it really well because I don't need all those to germinate. Because look at this plant. This was where I had my Malabar spinach. And look at all this germinated Malabar spinach. Isn't this just crazy? Look at all this. Look at this Malabar spinach. I hate to tear it out. Can I eat this? Well, it's a little dirty. But, I mean, it's really tasty. Kind of thick-walled, kind of gelatinous a little bit, but look at all this spinach. I'm really going to hate to rip all this out, but I can't have all this. If you're local and want a little seedling here, come dig one up. I have plenty to spare, and I'm probably only going to have more because all of these little black berries that you see, these are the seeds in the Malabar spinach. They're surrounded by a really dark purple berry. And then they fall off, and then that's how I ended up with all of that. But this is, I believe, just a regular zucchini squash. Italian zucchini squash. Maybe I'll dig that one up right here and put it somewhere else. We'll see. Not sure. Alright, my basket. It's another cucumber here. I put up this little trellis that I had here. It's this little wire trellis. Because I was running out of space here in the garden. So I think it works out perfectly. And I put cucumber there, so another little cucumber. You never have too many cucumbers. Actually, some of you will probably say, yeah, you can. This is a blackberry bush. No berries on it. I actually just bought 2 boysenberry plants from Knott's Berry Farm, which is an amusement park here in Buena Park. They are selling their berry bushes. It used to be a berry farm like back in the 50s, and they turned it into an amusement park. That's why it's called Knott's Berry Farm. So they're actually selling their berry bushes, and I bought 2 of them. I need to go pick them up. They're probably going to go somewhere in this area over here. Not sure. This is another little container berry bush. I think it's like a blackberry. Blueberry plants. I don't know. They have some berries on it. I haven't gotten many. What I did get yesterday, I got like 2 yesterday that were really delicious. But I don't know if they take full sun. I probably should read the label. But look, I want to show you something. Look at how beautiful these zinnias are. Those are the Queen Lime zinnias, and these are the Queen Lime Orange zinnias. Aren't they just gorgeous? I love them so much. So do the pollinators. The butterflies love them. More tomato plants. Ooh, that's a zinnia plant too. I don't know. It has a hole in the middle. Maybe a budworm got to it. Not sure. But look. Oh, there's some mushrooms down there. Oh, look, I got a tomato. This is a Roma tomato plant. I think I got these seeds from San Diego Seed Company. I love them. It's so prolific. And this isn't like a standard, you know, usually Roma tomatoes are a determinate, which means they produce all their fruit at once and doesn't vine. But this one vines. So I get so much fruit from this plant. And it looks really healthy. Look at all those flowers. So excited. This is Mr. Stripey. Does he have any flowers yet? Oh, he does. Ugh, there's a bug on it. When you see the flowers, give them a little tickle. It helps pollinate them. And that is a sad Roma tomato plant. I did trim all of it off. If you remember, it was a lot taller and up this trellis. So I trimmed it up, hoping that it would kind of like wake it up a little bit and get a little healthier, but I think it's really sick and sad. So I just might have to rip this one out and plant a more healthy tomato plant. Okay, what next? Some onions. These are the Egyptian walking onions. I started to put on little top sets right there. This, ooh, look at this. This pepper plant I planted last year and it overwintered. And look, I have another pepper on it. Super excited. Look at that pretty plant. Look at that pretty black beauty bell pepper. Now most of these peppers here, I think all of these peppers right here, I bought. I did not start from seed. The ones I started from seed are over there. And these ones I bought. Kind of want to see which ones do better. Always an experiment in the garden. Look! It's a butternut squash baby! So excited. Hopefully it got pollinated. When this opened 2 days ago, there was not a male flower open. Don't you just hate that? So I did have a male flower open on this honey boat delicata squash. So I pulled the bloom off of this one and used it to pollinate that. They're very similar squashes, so I'm hoping that it did get pollinated, because sometimes if the varieties are too different, you can't even cross-pollinate if you tried. So we'll see what happens. I really hope it got pollinated. I'll know in a day or two. If the bottom down here starts to turn black, I know that it didn't get pollinated. So it didn't work. So we'll see. Only time will tell. But look at the leaves. They're kind of like yellowy. I think it needs iron. I might have to put iron. That is a yellow echinacea I bought at Walmart a year ago. That is starting to come back. Can't wait for the blooms on that. It's just beautiful. And this is a big rainbow tomato. Nice and healthy. Has some flowers. So excited. Those are some giant Craig's Grande onions. Some chives. That right here is a volunteer tomato plant. And it has little tomatoes on it already, I just seen. I don't know if you can see right there, that little tomato. So excited. I don't know what kind it is. It's a volunteer. And then this one is an overwintered black crim tomato with these giant tomatoes on them. I need to put some bags on these. Look at this funky cat-faced one. It's like Siamese twin tomato or a butterfly. But they're delicious. I ate one today. They are so delicious. And that's about it. That's my garden. So fortunate to have this space that's my own. You know, I'm the only one in this house that really gardens. Once in a while I'll drag one of my teenage boys out to help me, but my husband's a musician. You know, that's his thing. Gardening's mine. So thank you for coming with me today as we did a little garden walk. We got to pick some vegetables. Can't wait to eat all those strawberries. I'm so excited. I just love it. It's the best time of the year right now. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends. If you have friends that love gardening as much as I do, let them know you found an awesome channel with a girl who loves gardening just as much as they do. Thank you so much. And if you haven't yet, get out and grow something. What are you waiting for? Take care. Talk to you later. See you on the next one. Bye.